This structured gel mani is about 3 weeks old. Let's show you how to maintenance it. We're going to start by pushing back the cuticle to expose as much of that regrowth as possible. For this example, we're not going to soak off the gel polish. Instead, we're going to file it off. We want to maintain that structure gel that we built underneath. It doesn't need to come off. We just need to backfill it. So I'm using a medium arbor band here, and I'm just gently filing off that top layer of gel polish. I'm making sure that I'm staying right on top of that gel polish layer and I'm not filing too much into the structure gel. Be careful not to angle down too much with your e-file. Keep it a little bit more flush and use very light pressure. Here I'm both removing excess gel polish and detailing that new nail growth a little bit in one movement. If you want a little bit more information on e-file prep, head back to that video on our channel. The end goal in this is to remove the old gel polish and to etch up the new natural nail growth. When working on yourself, this hand position works really well for removing the bulk of that gel polish down the center of the nail. Just as a side note, you can see I'm working on top of my dust collector. This is a really important part of this process so that you are not inhaling all of that nail dust. This will kick up quite a bit of dust. Now you can see I've removed all my gel polish. What I'm going to do now is detail in that cuticle area really well using my cuticle bit and my e-file. This cuticle bit works fantastic for removing all of that dead dry skin that gets stuck in the grooves of the cuticle area. It's gentle but very effective. The cleaner your cuticle area is when you've done your prep work, the cleaner your application will actually be. So don't skip this step in the process. Not only am I cleaning up the cuticle area, but it also works really well to clean up that hardened skin that gets in and around the finger. Here I've also turned my machine in reverse and I'm just gently buffing that area that I've pushed back. That'll give me a nice, smooth, flush cuticle area. Now I'm going to cleanse that nail to remove any dust and residual oils, and we're going to apply our bonder. 1 to 2 coats of your chosen bonder. Here we're using the Coco and Claire bonder. Now we're going in with our builder gel to rebalance that structure. I'm going to brush on 1 even coat, that's the slip layer. That will allow my second coat that I'm going to melt into that to flow nicely without getting into the cuticle. So I'm making sure to detail around that cuticle without touching the cuticle. We're not going to cure this layer. Now I'm going back in with a little bit more gel and I'm just gently floating it into that regrowth area, but not too close to the cuticle. And then brushing it towards the free edge, I'm adding a little bit more builder right along that free edge. And then I'm going to go in with my detail brush. I like using the detail brush to gently move that gel where I need it to be. Sometimes the brush in the bottle can be a little bit bulky, especially on a short nail, but this allows you to adjust the gel without affecting the shape too much. If you tried to detail around the cuticle with the bottle brush like this, you'd pretty likely float gel into the cuticle and you don't want to do that. So this prevents that from happening. Now I'm going to invert that nail for a few seconds to make sure it's all smooth. And when I flip it back over, I double check, make sure everything's where I want it, and then I'm going to cure that for 1 full minute. You can see here how easily that gel melts into place. This hasn't been filed in any way. It's now cured and the structure has been rebalanced. We're going to do a little bit of work on the shaping, but it's nearly ready. Before we start shaping, let's make sure and remove that sticky layer really well. And we're going to prep this nail for a new gel polish application. We'll start with the free edge. We want to make sure that it's the shape we like and it's nice and smooth. You don't want to file after you've applied your gel polish and capped your free edge, so make sure the shape is what you want in advance to the gel polish. Because the application was pretty smooth, not a lot of shaping is required here. I'm just going to use my buffer to smooth that all out. If you had any high spots, this would be the time you would remove them. Primarily here, I'm just removing the shine so that I can go in and apply my gel polish. You don't want to apply the gel polish on a shiny, smooth surface. Now we're going to dust that off and cleanse it and take a look at our shaping. You can see we've got just enough structure to give it some strength on that short nail, and it's completely ready for your gel polish application. If you want a refresher on that, check out our gel polish application video on our channel.